Today I have a special guest from Budapest, Hungary, and his name is Tamas P. He's totally ripped. He sent me a few pictures the other day, before and after pictures. They're pretty impressive, and I'll put those up so that everybody can see those. But Tamas, what has the Metazone system done for you?
Well, basically, I started using your breathing system just like half a year ago. I do this, I don't know if this is the right expression, the sun greeting, or this warm-up stretching before the exercise to get into the zone. And then I do this nasal breathing throughout the whole workout. At the beginning, it was a bit difficult. I always wanted to take a deep breath through my mouth. But now I feel perfectly comfortable with it, and I don't know why or what's the science behind it, but I got really ripped, and I haven't changed anything in my exercise except this breathing.
What sort of benefits did you notice?
Well, definitely it gave me more power. Not at the beginning. At the beginning I used less weights, as you recommended in your book. But right now I can bench press more. I can squat with more weight, even with this nasal breathing, and pretty good recovery times. So I'm not feeling, sore or tired. And I exercise six times a week, so I can do it easily.
Well, that's really interesting, because when I first started, I was doing like 3 days a week. As soon as I started doing the Metazone technique, the next day I woke up and I felt like I wanted to work out again.
Yeah, I'm full of energy all the time.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's like you recover almost immediately.
Yeah. And every morning when I wake up, I do the sun greeting exercise for like 5-8 minutes, and before every exercise, every workout, and after every workout.
And what do you think that that's done for you?
I don't know. It makes me. First of all, in the morning, it really helps me to energize my body, I would say. I used to have a sore shoulder, for example. Shoulder. Sorry, sore shoulder, for example. and now I have no problem with my shoulders. And so it helps me energize in the morning. It's a great warm up before the exercise. And it's a great kind of cool down after the exercise. I just turned 47 yesterday, and I used to wake up with sore muscles and sore joints, and now I just wake up, I do this sun greeting, 5-10 minutes, and I really feel energized. I have no sore muscles, no sore joints. I really feel young again.
That sun salutation technique is over 5,000 years old, and I think those guys that put it together probably really knew what they were doing.
Yeah, probably they did.
You said that you didn't change anything else in your workouts or your diets.
One thing I did change, actually. I do less cardio. I used to run a lot. I used to be a triathlete, 5 years ago I stopped. I did long distance triathlon. I did Ironman. I was even at Hawaii once at the Ironman Championship. But I stopped that almost 6 years ago, but I still like to run or take a long bike ride. But now I almost entirely stopped that. Or if I do some running or biking, I also do your breathing technique.
Yeah, I have several friends that are bikers. They do weightlifting during their off season. Some of their experiences using it while they're cycling is just amazing. How is the experience different, if any, when you're doing it with cycling?
Well, I don't know the difference because it's not so intense, So I take it pretty easy, but I definitely feel in the zone during the whole ride, So it's nothing strenuous.
So let me ask you a little bit about your diet and your workouts.
Diet.
Yeah.
It's very important. I do this intermittent fasting. I've read about it once from a book. So usually I don't eat until noon, and at noon is my first meal, and I eat until 8 p.m. and after 8 p.m. I don't eat again. In the morning, I drink coffee, tea, but that's all. Really, nothing more calorie containing thing.
Do you restrict yourself to certain kinds of foods, or what kind of
Yes,
food do
yes.
you eat?
I don't eat refined carbohydrates. So I don't eat bread. I don't eat pasta. I hardly eat any rice or potatoes. So it's mostly vegetables, protein like eggs, meat, any kind of meat. I eat, strange thing, lots of fat, even animal fat. You know, in Hungary we have a special kind of food which is like fried animal fat pieces,
Wow.
and we eat that.
Uh-huh.
And I just love that. So I eat fat, and I eat some fruits, but fruits are mostly just a post-exercise meal. You know, when I finish my workout, I eat some grapes or peaches or whatever is the seasonal fruit.
And when do you usually work out?
Usually in the afternoon. I
Mhm.
just came back from workout, so I usually do it around 4 or 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 p.m.
With your diet, what would be a typical amount of vegetables that you'd have on your plate? Would the plate take up, would the vegetables take up like half your plate,
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that?
or even more, even more.
It's
So
really interesting to talk to you because I'm almost exactly the same way.
if I go to a buffet lunch, for example, I always fill up first with salads and vegetables, and then I go to the protein part. You know.
Do you eat like sweet potatoes or rice very often? And,
No, not really.
and what other kind of fats? Do you use like avocados? Do you guys have?
I like avocado. I like peanuts, for example. Uh,
Oh,
Snacks. You know, I eat some peanuts, almonds, and this kind of things. But well, basically that's it. And I always cook with lard. You know, I
hmm,
don't use oil. I cook with lard.
hmm.
I fry all my foods with lard, but I don't deep fry anything. So I don't eat like French fries and deep fried stuff. I have some protein, whey protein. I eat it with cottage cheese and some really raw homemade milk.
You know, here in the United States, it's illegal for anybody to sell raw milk.
Well, we can buy raw milk here, and I love it. I have only raw milk here. I can show it here in my fridge.
Here in the United States, we have to be really sneaky about it.
Yeah,
It's like you can't go to a farmer's market and the farmer can't sell you raw milk
yeah.
because it's against the law, and he'll get he could get put in jail and have a big fine if he does.
And it's very fatty milk.
Yeah.
And the cottage cheese I buy, it's very fatty. So it's not like low fat cottage cheese or whatever. It's really the raw stuff.
Right. So you're just pretty much eating like my grandfather used to eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. And I always go to a market here and I buy my food there. So I'm not going to a supermarket to buy vegetables or fruits or meats. There's a big market here and I buy my meat there, my vegetables, fruits, my cottage cheese, everything there.
Everything that you're saying, the intermittent fasting, eating fresh, and eating local, all those things are recommended in Ayurveda. Are you familiar with Ayurveda at all?
No, no, no.
Okay, Ayurveda is the traditional preventative healthcare system in India. And
Hmm.
actually, Ayurveda is the source of all the knowledge that I got about the metazone breathing
I
and
see.
about the dynamic stretching and about intermittent fasting and about meditation. All those things come from Ayurveda, which is over 5,000 years old.
I also do some meditation myself. I try to do every morning, try to meditate.
How long do you meditate for?
Usually it's about 15 to 30 minutes,
Yeah.
whatever time I have.
And how long have you been meditating?
I would say for more than a year now.
Okay. Well, I've been meditating for almost 39 years next month. I wouldn't do it if I didn't get a lot of benefit out of it.
Yeah,
And I would not miss meditation any day. It's just so many benefits and they accumulate over time.
yeah.
So the longer you do it, the better it gets. So how long do you work out for?
About 45 minutes.
How many different exercises do you do?
I do about, I say, 4 or 5 different exercises and about 4 sets of say 10 each. And everybody comes to in the gym and everybody comes to me and asks about my training, my diet, and so on, because I'm kind of good example for people. Even at my age, I'm the best shape of my I'm in the best shape of my life.
Do you think that the Metazone breathing had a big contributor to that, or is
I'm
it?
definitely sure. I'm sure because I haven't changed anything else. So I've been doing this intermittent fasting for a long time. I've been doing weight training for a long time. What I did, I reduced the cardio part, but I don't think that's such a big difference. So it can be only the breathing. Even we went for a holiday with my 3 kids, and I had only I didn't have a place to work out. Maybe do some push-ups or handstands. But I did this breathing every morning, the sun salutation every morning, and then there's another thing I practice when I don't have time to work out, is that I breathe in for 3 seconds and I breathe out for 7 seconds while I flex all my muscles in my body.
So if you can't work out, then you're doing that. Do you do like one muscle group at a time?
No, all my muscles I can flex in my entire body. You know, legs, buttocks, chest, shoulder, back, everything for 7 seconds. Then I breathe in again for 3 seconds, breathe out for 7 seconds while flexing all my muscles. And I repeat it like 10 times, and that's my workout. And I did that. We went for a week holiday in Greece, where we had buffet breakfast and buffet dinner. You know, so I ate a lot. Okay, I always, what I did, first I fill up with vegetables, but then I ate all kinds of meat and sometimes dessert and so on. And I haven't gained an ounce of fat during this week.
That is fantastic.
Wait, let me show you.
Go ahead.
See? That's a 27-year-old ad.
Okay, take the shirt completely off. Let's get a shot of that.
It's just getting dark here, but see. So, and I'm just really, the average kind of Joe here. I have an average job. I don't do any steroids or human growth hormone or whatever bodybuilders use. It's just diet, exercise, breathing, and positive mental attitude. That's the other important thing that I would mention, that you should keep an open mind and positive attitude towards life.